Good afternoon. I'm David Kramer at the National Weather Service with Alaska statewide weather. For the remainder of today, we have two low pressure systems, the first being one that is in the southern Bering Sea next to the eastern Aleutian Islands that is bringing some rain to the areas of the central and eastern Aleutian Islands, stretching up the Alaska Peninsula. Further out west towards Shemya, that is a mix of rain and snow there, as well as in the central Bering. As we move closer to Bristol Bay, there is a rain and snow mix further to the north, and then closer to Kodiak Island, we start to see that becoming more rain. Through the south central, pretty dry, but then as we get to the southeast part of the state, widespread rain stretching through much of the panhandle. Moving up further into the interior part of the state, eastern Alaska range has a mix of rain and snow showers, and that continues up further to the north along the eastern part of the state. And as we move west towards Bettles, we have a rain and snow mix there as well. Up along the Arctic coastline, fog out east, and then a fog and snow mix as we get further to the west. For tonight, that fog and snow mix is going to stay all along the Arctic coastline, and some of that snow is going to extend down into the western parts of the Brooks Range. All throughout the central and eastern interior part of the state, we will see a rain and snow mix extending all the way down to the Alaska Range and then places in the south central as well. However, as we get closer to the North Gulf Coast, that is going to switch over to rain, and that rain will extend down into the Panhandle, with some of the places further to the north around Haines and Skagway going to be a rain and snow mix. Then as we go further out west in the southwest part of the state, YK Delta and Bristol Bay areas, extending down into the Aleutian Islands, a rain and snow mix is expected there. On Friday, that rain and snow mix will continue throughout the Aleutian Islands, Bristol Bay, and YK Delta areas, but in the Bering Sea, a little bit colder there, just going to be some snow showers. So we move up along the west coast of the state, eastern parts of the Norton Sound, rain and snow mix there, extending out into places of the central and eastern interior as well, and down into the south central. As we get closer to the Gulf Coast, once again, going to switch over to rain, and that's going to extend down into the Panhandle. Up in the Brooks Range and along the Arctic coast, we are expecting to see some snow showers there, and then along the coastline there will be some fog mixed in with that snow. On Saturday, the snow and fog mix will continue, especially in the morning hours, but as we move further to the south, it is going to dry up, with the exception of some isolated snow showers near the Bettles area. Down throughout the rest of the interior and south central should be pretty dry, and then as we get to the Panhandle, a little more cloud cover, and as we get further to the south, rain coming in from a new front coming up from the south. Over in the western part of the state, from the Norton Sound down through the YK Delta and Bristol Bay areas, a rain and snow mix is expected, and that will extend down to the Kodiak Island area as well. Down through the Aleutian Islands, a rain and snow mix will continue, and then in the Bering Sea area, we'll see some isolated snow showers. With Alaska statewide weather, I'm David Kramer.